Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat during the live stream. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who keep us safe. And we've got a fantastic community here because of you. You've been so kind to each other and you've been so kind to me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out. I timestamp them as I go so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or you can up the speed to 1.25, whatever makes it more convenient for you. So, all right. Hello, everybody. Okay. Oh, thank you, everybody. All right. So, and today, these are the nails. I just showing the nails. And I am using the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So that is today. All right, let's jump right in. Valerie Sargent says, knock, knock. Who's there? The Ides of March, they're coming. Yes. Oh, Gricky says, and the stars of the show, soon to star in their very own Western movie, Cat Cassidy and the Sundance Kitten, Boo Boo Zenkiri and Alfie. Oh, yes. Oh. Very sweet, very sweet. Oh, Cherry Bomb says, I'm rocking these colors. Thank you. All right, let's jump in. At 2 minutes, 15 seconds in, we are going straight into the brand new, hot off the presses, ink hasn't even dried yet, ruling from Judge Chutkan. Judge Chutkan set the first trial date for Trump's documents case. That was it. Set the first trial date for March 4th. Not 2026. No, March 4th, 2024. So, TikTok. I mean, it's the end of August, so he's got 4 months for the September, October, November, December, and then January, February. That's 6 months. That's it. No more. So, noting Trump will not be given special privileges because he is running for president while facing multiple trials. This conflicts with the same date Fani Willis had proposed for her trial. What will go on here? And then we need to look at Trump's reaction. But we've got DC insurrection case. We've got, DC case, not docs. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. We've got the DC case versus the Georgia case. Oh, Robin Lisa says, please read my post. Did you put something earlier? Sorry. All right, 8 of Cups. It's just a matter of getting through the evidence. All right, let's see here. Earth Yogi says, "Yay, Pisces season trial." You know, you've got a point there. Pisces is the. Oh, sorry. Turn over my stomach's growling. The. Ta-da! Whoa. Pisces season, right here. Da-da-da. Pisces season. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and it is the sign of institutions. It's a sign of spirituality and arts, and it's ruled by Neptune. So anything that dissolves oceans, you put something in water, it dissolves. But Pisces is also the sign of institutions, prisons. Yeah. So for everybody, the sun's going to be in Pisces in March. Matter of fact, by March 4th, it should be in the middle. It should be just before the middle of Pisces. So it's well into Pisces. So that's an interesting little tidbit. But for what's going on here? The world. Oh, he needs to be everywhere all at once. Justice. The World card, the Justice card. 3 of Wands. King of Swords. 3 of Cups. He is going to struggle to juggle all this stuff. He is really going to need some of those hanger-on people who follow him around all day long, finding positive things about him on the internet and handing him copies. I'm serious. There is a woman who follows him around all day. Matter of fact, she will follow him around in her own golf cart, with sometimes carrying a printer with her in the golf cart, so she can follow Trump around the golf course, printing out positive things about him and handing it to him as he's golfing. How pathetic. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. This is huge. It is going to suck up all the oxygen in the room. It definitely feels like the other Republican candidates, whatever we think of how they're doing, Trump's trials are going to suck up all of the political oxygen in the room. And the best thing that Biden can do is let it happen. Stand back, let it happen. This is not like in 2016 where the media followed Trump's rallies and showed Trump's rallies all the time and were dismissive of them. This is a whole different cesspool of rotten fish. But Trump he's looking out, my ship to come in, you need to save me, you need to send me money, people need to, I need my Roy Cohn who will find a way to break the law in my benefit or whatever, but it's minor arcana. It cannot. This three of Wands cannot compete with the world card, major arcana, world card, and justice card next to each other. Right there. That is bigger than life. This is him scrambling. This is a prosecutor or more than one prosecutor. And in the end, this is us being very happy. Being very happy indeed. Little celebrations, a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of little celebrations. Spiritual growth tarot and astrology. Thank you. That's exactly what I've been reading on. Thank you. So what will did we have conflicting cases, schedules? Because there is no one person overseeing the scheduling of all this. It's all a bit here, a bit there. So, oh no, thank you for being here. Oh, hang on, I need to bless Dad. Sorry. Okay. 7 of Cups. Trump doesn't know up from down. It's all a hoax. It's so much. It's just so much. 8 of Wands. Yeah, things. This is a lot. This is the card of everything just incoming. Hierophant. That would be your institutions. Empress. That would be America, 9 of Cups, all the evidence laid out very neatly, very tidily. 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is my Mar-a-Lago card, not in the sense of necessarily the building, but in the sense of Trump's base of power. But here it just feels like he wants to go home. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. He's tired. He's fed up with being questioned. Oh, this is a whole side of this. I didn't even think of that. He is going to be so tired. So tired. Tired of answering questions. Tired of being tired of being challenged. Traveling to this court case, then that court case, then the other court case, and these prosecutors give them a standing ovation. They have got everything lined up just so. And we will watch this. So much for so many institutions. Oh. I'll work something out, but Trump is going to be wiped. Spiritual growth, tarot, and astrology. Yes, Autumn, I've been getting that as well. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. 11:45. Now, just for fun. Okay, I've got this mouse that it does not want to work with me here. All right, 11. I'll make it 11:50. It just so happens that the trial date set for March 4th. Super Tuesday across many states is March 5th. Will Trump being in court in D.C. hurt his election chances? Sarah says, remember, he refuses to sleep at hotels. He flies home from rallies because he will only sleep at one of his own properties. Will make consecutive trial days interesting. Very interesting, very expensive. And it says something about his hotels that he's too grossed out to sleep at anybody else's, where he doesn't already have room set aside. Mm-hmm. Lullabelle says, wonder if Mercury retrograde is worse by and large for Gemini and Virgo. I'm not sure. Super Tuesday. Oh, there are definitely people who are, I'm going to vote. I don't usually vote in the primaries, but I'm going to vote because I'm going to vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. 2 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Magician. Ace of Cups. Chariot. Seven of Pentacles. Well, things about Trump are filling the airwaves, but you've got to. The Magician. When the Magician card goes bad, it is the con man. The original, one of the original versions of the cards, way back in the 1400s, showed the Magician as someone like playing the shell game, but with cards. 3-card Monty. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. A lot of emotions. I don't know. I mean, as Democrats, we're not having a primary, are we? Because there's a lot of energy here that's positive for Democrats. It does end with the Seven of Pentacles, fruits of labor for the Republicans, but it feels like it's already set. Like there's no surprise here. This is already baked in. There's a whole lot of Democratic energy in these cards, which probably means to me, Thread of Hope says some are running for Dem, but it's sewn up for Biden. Yeah, I'm wondering if we've got some independents who are going to be like, that's it. Knight of Wands. The other candidates jumping through hoops. Two of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Burden, Ten of Wands. Oh, yeah. The other candidates, they feel, I'm getting a mental image of them being like frozen in amber. In the orange fossilized goo. It's a done deal. And Trump is weak, and the other Republican candidates, they just feel their energy just feels very frozen. Spiritual growth tarot and astrology says you got it, Autumn. Thank you. So, interesting. Okay, so at 1650. Judge Chutkan noted that the DOJ has gone above and beyond its duty in organizing the millions of documents electronically for Trump's trial. And they've made things searchable in such a way that Trump's team should have no trouble reviewing everything in time for the trial. Yes, this is not 1950. There are companies whose whole thing is to organize information, the huge amounts of information, including a lot of the stuff. These are things that are already public. Some things that Trump's side turned over. My mouse is just not working. I don't need a new battery. It's just okay. Oh, let's see. Let me see if this one's working. Having a little technical issue here. Hang on 1 second. If I can. My nails might be too long to get the dongle out. No, I got it. Okay. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Pull this one out. And on. Aha! My mouse works again. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's make this 1830. 1830. Judge Chutkan noted that the DOJ has gone above and beyond in its duty organizing the millions of documents electronically for Trump's trial, and that they've made things searchable in such a way Trump's team should have no trouble reviewing everything in time for the trial. John Lauro, Trump's lawyer, proceeded to argue to the point of sounding shrill, and apparently literally stomped his feet and jumped up and down. Really? In front of a judge. And you think that's going to convince, what, is she your mommy and you want a cookie? What are... Chutkan held firm and shut him down. Will Trump end up needing a new DC lawyer before this is over? Stomp my feet, jump up and down. Are you two, or were you raised in a tree? Ace of Swords. Okay, new legal matter, legal Action, okay. Judgment. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 4 of Cups, King of Swords. Well, Trump tries to change lawyers a lot. One, it delays things, or it has in the past. One, it delays things. Two, he thinks he can somehow shortchange them and not have to pay as much. Like maybe they burn through what he gives them up front, and then they're going to bill him. But then he's like, "But you're no longer on this," and da 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 da, because he's tight and cruel. And look, I don't have a car, so when I order something to be delivered, I give a good sized tip because it's a lot cheaper than owning a car. And certainly with things like groceries, this person is going into the store and gathering all this stuff for me and then bringing it to my house. I'm not going to give them, $8 or $10 or not even close. I'm going to give them as much more than that, a very reasonable amount. You treat people with decency and respect, but Trump he's incapable. He's a sociopathic narcissist. So yeah, he can't do that. But what I've got here is Trump is going to be mad because he's going to be losing because the evidence is so bad. Valerie Sargent's asking, did I hear an ice cream truck? Apparently it's hold music from somebody downstairs, but an ice cream truck would be cute. But alas, no, and the windows are closed. So this is again, he is in a financial house of cards. And this is charity. This is begging. So Trump feeling beaten up, his lawyers certainly feeling beaten up, Trump getting all up in his feelings, and suddenly, ta-da, King of Swords. A new legal person who is the new guy I read on? There was a new guy that I read on who, what I was picking up was this guy just breezed in, told Trump exactly what Trump wanted to hear, even though there is no way this guy can actually come up with the goods. But he's had a lot of profile clients, and he thinks this is going to help his reputation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, Sadao. Thank you, Earth Yogi. Oh, yeah. So all it takes is Trump not doing well. Financially, he's trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. The lawyers have to put up with a lot of stuff, including Trump not keeping his trap shut. And then when Trump gets all upset, another person can breeze right in and then it delays the situation more. Yeah. If you are a lawyer for Trump, good luck. Personally, I wouldn't waste my time. I think that one of the best things that could happen to Trump is a court-appointed lawyer. Honestly, somebody who would just do the job, tell him the reality. To the best of my knowledge, couldn't really be fired. But, and because he was president of the United States, of course, the court-appointed lawyer would make him more of a priority. But he's just awful. Yeah. Cherry Bomb says the best thing for Trump is a plea deal. But he would have to admit in court, he would have to say guilty. Guilty to these charges. I don't know that his narcissism could do that. I really don't. That would mess with him. But okay. Yeah, if you're Trump's lawyer, what are you doing? 2515. All right, what do we got here? 2515. And analysts believe Cheesebro and Powell asking for speedy trials has less to do with wanting to go separately from the rest and everything to do with gambling that Fani Willis won't be ready. She's already said she's ready. She's already presented this case to 2 different grand juries. 2 who already said, yeah, there's something here. Yeah, it looks bad for them. But Powell, Dr. Pepper lady, Diet Dr. Pepper lady, and Cheesebro, who, do you want speedy trials? Well, you're going to get speedy trials. And you really think that Fani Willis is not ready? Will their hubris be their downfall, along with everybody else? Because seriously, there is some serious hubris here. They both think because they are lawyers that, oh, I've seen this before. Do a speedy trial. They won't be able to pull together anything. Wrong. Yes, YT3. She's been on this case for 2.5 years. Yep. Visualize 70 said, that is the Fani Willis trap. Yes. John Francis, Midas Touch, says she has to seat a jury before the end of October. Yeah, I mean, if the trial is supposed to start October 23rd. Yeah. Nemesis, please report to Georgia. Nemesis, please report to Georgia. Strength. Yeah, I don't think that's Sidney Powell, unless it's her delusion. I agree, Raymond DePascal. What a cast of characters. Yeah. 8 of Swords. Whoops, cards flying. 8 of Swords. 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Hierophant. 3 of Swords. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh. Picture yourself watching, because the Georgia stuff is televised. Picture yourself with your popcorn or whatever your snack of choice is, watching Powell, Cheesebro, them they're already in a bad place, but them putting forward these ridiculous arguments. This is a Queen of Cups. Fani Willis is perfectly fine. Thank you. Hierophant, this would be the whole institution giving, let's just say, a bit of a smackdown. The legal swords through their metaphorical hearts. And us with our popcorn going, oh, that had to hurt. Oh, shame. Yeah. Yep, cherry bomb swords right in the heart of their argument. Yep. Spiritual growth of tarot and astrology says, ouch. Yes. Nice try. Nice try. Okay, we are going on to question 5 at 29:30. Jessica Pruitt had a question at 29:30. Just how embarrassed and angry was Trump that there was so little protesting over his indictments. Oh, Gretchen says, I can't wait to watch these trials with you. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to really redo my schedule somewhere, because I'm like the Sidney Powell trial, who cares? But the Trump trial, we're going to have to watch part of that. Yeah, we're going to have to watch part of that. I just have to find a source of the feed that won't get my channel dinged. And we can watch together and discuss. But just how embarrassed, angry was Trump that there was so little protest over his indictments. That great big, of course, after he went to Georgia and they closed off the highways for him and the overpasses and on and on and on, and he went all the way there, and there were a handful of protesters. Actually, there were protesters on both sides outside the Fulton County Jail right there. But other than that, crickets. And you know that had to burn his toast. Valerie Sargent suggesting maybe C-SPAN will cover it. I would think so. I would think so. Carol Langstaff says those views of the trials are sure to become my newest guilty pleasure. Oh, yes, Raymond DePascal, court drama. Absolutely. And I am here for it. We have waited years to watch this jerk go down. The Empress. All of America. And to quote the Christina Aguilera meme, nobody cares. Earth Yogi, I think it'd be funny to be Sidney Powell for Halloween. Wear some cheetah print with a Dr. Pepper in hand. 8 of Cups. Okay, sweetie? 8 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 5 of Cups. Oh, disappointment. King of Wands, the man himself. Queen of Cups. How dare she? How dare a woman of color dare bring charges against moi? Because there's evidence. Blankety blank. 8 of Cups. The evidence, it's all there. So get your red tide to Georgia. 5 of Wands. So this would be rancor. So he's trying to gin up, but to some extent he's not calling. He's not even calling for protests as much as he used to because nobody shows up. 5 of Cups. Disappointed. So disappointed. Trump the man, and fury. Absolute fury at Fani Willis. I'm sorry, after all the heinous things this man has done, all the lives he has destroyed, some quite literally. Yeah, I'm totally good with that. Yep, Latrice Smith, Orangina's trial in D.C. starts March 4th. We talked about that top of the live stream. All right, so okay, 34. Oops, wrong mouse. 34. Eileen had a question. I think this is from yesterday. And your questions are important to me. I do get to them. I get to almost all of them. I try. Eileen was saying that most readers have agreed that MTG, and yes, for those who are new around here, I am saying MTG. MTG will not be Trump's pick for vice president. How will she feel about that? Will she ever realize she was used to continue the grift? Because you know she holds a grudge because she lives. I've read on her for how long now, and I keep getting the same thing. She's not actually, money's not her biggest motivator. Her biggest motivator is humiliating other people. That's where she gets her dopamine. screaming in someone's face, belittling them, making them less than. She gets dopamine from that. She is a sadist. I am not kidding. Nothing makes her happy. Matter of fact, there was she went to, I remember randomly, she went into there was a woman running for office. MTG went to that woman's office with like four big guys to harass this other woman who was running for office. And they showed the video of MTG and these men walking toward the door of the offices, the election offices, the candidates' offices. And she was just walking in a straight line, just like very focused, like really angry. That's she is a sadist. That's where she gets off. So, Electra Storm, this is question number 6, right? Yes. Most readers have agreed that MTG will not be Trump's pick for VP. How will she feel about that? Will she ever realize she was used to continue the grift? Well, considering she is a sadist, will she turn against Trump when she realizes he's just not that into you? Page of Pentacles. Well, it's also helped her make some money, but she also feels like she's helped him make money. Cheryl Clark said she ran away the other day at the courthouse. Oh, there was something about that. I don't remember exactly. But I guess she can, surprise, maybe she can dish it out but can't take it. Sorry. That's why I don't play practical jokes on anybody, because I don't like them, and I certainly don't like them being played on me. So I don't. And I used to work where I worked at the airport with the guys who would fuel the aircraft. You know, they'd play jokes on each other and what have you, and I just made it clear up front. It's like, no, not here, not me. I don't dish it out. I can't take it. So that was that. Laura Looney was chasing MTG. Oh my gosh, I've missed something there. Sweetie, all the throws are in the wash. All the throws are in the wash. I cannot help you, precious one. All the throws are in the wash. There's nothing here for you. There is nothing here for the cuteness. Oh, but you are the good boy. There. Just lay there. Just lay there. Okay. Sorry. Loomer. The lunatic. All right. So oh, death card. Oh. Ace of Pentacles. The Moon. Seven of Pentacles. Judgment. Doesn't look good for her. Ace of Pentacles. So the death of her, she is going to get, she's being unappreciated. Howling at the Moon, that's kind of how she works. Fruits of labor. She gets rewarded for this behavior, but then there's this big old judgment. And over here, just a Page of Pentacles, which isn't even a queen. So she's going to get snubbed. And how is she going to react? Earth Yogi says, man, I read through the whole book on Thoth and my head is all jumbled up. The Thoth deck by the Crowley deck? Or are you talking about the original Ibis-headed god? Was that Thoth? Anyway. 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Judgment again, 7 of Wands. She's going to hear through the media that she's been snubbed. And she's normally, this is the 7 of Wands is being on the defensive, but in this deck, it's also can be angry enough to bend the bars in front of you. She's I talk a lot on this channel about psychology. At least more than most, I think. I could be wrong. But the thing about sadism, just a brief little history, a very brief history of sadism. 41 minutes. Sadism, the very word itself actually comes from the Marquis de Sade. And on the one hand, you could try to blame, I have not seen the movie that they made about his life, but I've read short biographies of him. And sadism, you could almost blame it on, he was imprisoned. And so people who don't know the whole story will sometimes say, well, he was locked up during the French Revolution. There were people being murdered, beheaded, and he was losing his mind or whatever. So he started writing in prison all of these really sadistic prawn, let's call it prawn. No, it started a long time before then, and it continued for the rest of his life. He got away with what he got away with for as long as he did because he was born in high up in the hierarchy. His family had some position and some money. But this is not somebody you'd want to know. You wouldn't want to know. And correct me if I am. The movie was Quills. Thank you, Sarah. The other thing, and correct me on the pronunciation. Is it Sacher Masoch? SACHER hyphen MASOCH. Something like that. That's where we get masochism from. He was another writer. He wrote Venus in Furs. That's a whole different thing. But sadism that's where we get the name. But obviously it didn't start with him. And it didn't end with him. And people who hurt people. Sometimes it's just a reaction to cruelty that they themselves survived growing up. They might already have a little bit of nature versus nurture, might be a combination of the two. But there are absolutely people who get a huge dopamine rush by humiliating other people, by making other people suffer. And all you have to do is go read some of the transcripts of the Nuremberg trial. Not the big names everyone's heard of. Go read there was a young woman who worked in one of the camps and just did some of the sickest stuff because she could. Back at her school, she'd been known as basically a mean girl. But she got there, and whew, you cannot stay around these people. There are certain people who have mental illnesses that you do not think you can stay around them. Because until they get help, you could even be in danger. But they are certainly going to do a number on you. Narcissists, sadists, sociopaths, psychopaths, they need help. So protect yourself. And with Marjorie Trader, with MTG, she's sick. And she's not going to get help. She's not going to ask for help because she gets rewarded for being heinous. It would not even cross my mind for there to be a video of me in a helicopter with a rifle shooting an animal dead. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, but that's her. So just letting you know, it's not like any of us want to befriend her, but please understand where she's coming from is all I would say. If you understand the pathology you're dealing with, it starts making a whole lot more sense why they're doing the things they're doing, and it helps you kind of brace yourself for what they're likely to do next. So, just saying. The Marquis de Sade was gross, and you would not like him as a person. I promise. I promise. So, all right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. 4710. Felder Ray had a question. Apparently, the Secret Service IT person... Oh, okay, here's the thing. Do you guys remember how Secret Service, we reset all our phones? Oh, gosh. All those messages, they just vanished. So January 6th committee, anybody looking into January 6th? Sorry. Can't help you. They're gone. Turns out, the Secret Service IT person set all the phones back to factory settings, which deleted everything. But the idiots didn't remove the data from the servers. Oh, I love stupid criminals. Trump hires the best. So, are the Secret Service, January 6th Secret Service messages, are those still there? Are those going to be used in these in the trials? Oh, please tell me this is true. Oh. Thank you, Finsberger. King of Wands. Oh, yeah. It's Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. Right. Sharon Rice says, so nobody thought about the regularly scheduled backups done to servers or the cloud? Apparently not. Hanged Man. Oh, no, we can't help you. No. 5 of Wands. Rancor. Strength. 3 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. The plan. So they would be able to hide things. They thought they thought they were in a position of strength. This is the plan, but this is on the defensive. Your plan didn't work. So tell me more. This is a lovely introduction. I'll put the cards here, but tell me more. What's going to happen? Is this information going to be used? Yes, Cherry Bomb, they forgot to drown those servers. Polly Wanda is saying, I'm still hoping science will explain Trump's miraculous hair arrangement. Dead ferret, glue. Actually, if something that needs to be looked at by physicists is Trump's mother's hair arrangement, which is partially where he gets his idea for, yeah. Ace of Wands. Chariot. Six of Cups. Knight of Swords. So this is law enforcement. And it could be Secret Service, but this is all right. This is how things have always been done. Well, we have to keep things hidden, or we can't protect our charges, and blah, 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 blah. No. It's that simple. No. Mm-mm. And there are all kinds of bits of evidence that's been trickling out over time of how the Secret Service have abused their power. So no, I don't want to hear it. I don't care how it used to be done. This Chariot, this is a big deal, and this is also a big deal. And both of these, it can be Secret Service, but it's also, these are not, this feels like actual, like other law enforcement, people using that information to hold people accountable. The Secret Service needs to be cleaned out. I'm not saying fire everybody, but there are people in the Secret Service who need to go now. Excuse me, who need to go now. I should say there's still some people there who need to go. There are a couple people left, but not enough. Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords again. Knight of Wands, jumping through hoops. All right, they're. This is feeling like they're at some point here. There very well could be some comeuppance. Because I would love to know what some of those people were saying, some of the Secret Service people were saying on January 6th. Love that. And Pence wasn't able to get into the secure area where he would have been protected. Their key cards just didn't work. Just suddenly, boom, didn't work. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. At 53:45, Steve had a question. No, 53:50. Thank you so much for being here. Left and right legal commentary are both saying the 14th Amendment disqualifies Trump right now. A trial and conviction for insurrection is not needed. Will Trump be disqualified? If so, will it be on state level, federal level, or both? All right, Trump disqualified. It feels like there are definitely Republicans who want anything as long as they themselves don't have to come out against Trump. But any outside force, 14th Amendment, lock him up in prison, whatever else, anything that will get rid of Trump where they don't get blowback from the MAGAs. Great. Devil. This card for the reading. Surprise. Shocked. I'm sure you're shocked too. Five of Wands. Yeah, it caused a little bit of rancor. Just a little. Knight of Wands. Six of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more Republicans than Trump realizes are when they go home, they're just, please let him be put in prison. Please let him be put in prison. Please let him be put in prison. And if we can blame the Democrats for it, even better. But please let him just, please, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. I'm getting that really, really clearly. Sorry, I thought I quieted this thing down. There. Lunacy. Howling at the moon. That's the thing. If you try to take Trump off the ballots and he's not on the ballots in certain states, you just empower MAGA. He needs to lose fair and square again. Yes, absolutely. Hang on. Earth Yogi says 187 minutes of no action, exactly. Mm-hmm. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. They're cowards. They're not going to. They're pages. They're wusses. They don't have the excuse of being young. They're just weak. Nine of Wands, but they are feeling beaten up. They know they're going to lose. And Nine of Swords. So they will do anything to get Trump negative exposure. But I'm not getting broom him out. I'm not getting get him off of the ballots. He has to lose fair and square. And getting him off the ballots is fair and square, but not to them. And that shouldn't matter, but it is. So Polly Wanda is asking, is Trump's hair a fire hazard? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He uses a lot of hairspray. He uses a lot of hairspray, and it's incredibly thin and fine. Yeah. Do not have that man near any open flames. Okay, so 58 minutes in. Cosmic Goat Lady had a question. 58:10. Will Roger Stone be the keystone to X45 and Kushner's downfall? So, is the fool himself the penguin himself, who thinks he's so clever? Will Roger Stone be the keystone to 45 and Kushner's downfall? I'll put three cards for Trump and 3 cards for Kushner. The dirty trickster. He had to know this would come back and bite him someday, but he got away with stuff for so long. So long. The world, you're done. Your dirty trick days are done. All right, are you going to bring down Trump? Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Isn't he already complaining about not having the money for a lawyer? For lawyers? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Wands. So this would be minimal. This would be pointing out something that maybe Trump did, but mostly this is his financial problems. It's pretty ingrained in him, though, to be loyal to the worst, the people with the worst insult, or with the worst impulse control. Valerie Sargent says it's brittle like his ego. Yeah. Yeah. All right, with Kushner, we've got the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Swords. He doesn't feel any loyalty to Kushner. And yeah, none. Now, I don't know that he has as much on Kushner, because this, for all that it's someone who's hemmed in, the door's open, the woman's tied up, but she can actually just kind of wander off. But he doesn't like Kushner. Then again, who does? The thing about Stone is just he's going to be awful. He's doing this to himself, and he deserves no sympathy. He's done a lot of damage, and he did this to himself. And I think he is going to have financial problems. Electra Storm says he hates Ivanka too. Oh, really? Polly Wanda says, I just fed my cat and he gave me a look as if to say, now you are dismissed. Oh, yeah. I brush Alfie every day, sometimes twice a day, but I brush him every day. And then he reaches a point where he's like, I'm done. That will do. You are dismissed. He just jumps down and goes. Kathy Ritchie says Ivanka must be like talking to brick walls. I think that's an insult to brick walls. Two of Cups. Oh, his buddies. Six of Swords, Hanged Man. The hubris on Roger Stone is staggering. Four of Swords. You're done. You're done. Six of Swords. That's my card of, can be going to trial, but it's often going up the river. Hanged Man with the Four of Swords, which is legal silence. You are done. You moron. You hired a documentary crew to follow you around during an insurrection. You idiot. Bye. You can take your Nixon tattoo and I mean, technically, is it Nixon will finally go to prison? Hey. All right, it's a Nixon tattoo, but we'll take what we can get. And if Nixon had been held accountable, all this garbage with Trump wouldn't have happened. Thanks a lot, Johnson. Oh, for the good of the country. No. Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups, Devil. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're done. You're done. All right. So let's see. And I want to make sure I just cover this one. I've got 3 questions left, but I've only got time to read on. Well, I don't even have time to read them, but I'm going to read on one of them because I can't miss this one. It's a Trump truth. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh man. Okay, let me see. Where is the is there a link to, yes, no, yes, okay. Hang on, I need to grab the link because you're not gonna, well, you would probably believe me if I told you what this said, but it's best if you see for yourself. And posted. Dun, 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 dun. It's loading. We're not loading. Site can't be reached. Not found. Interesting. They took it down. All right. This was okay. So I can't show you. Trump did put a truth up earlier that apparently has been taken down. But anyway, it begins rumor, ROOMER. Rumor are strong in political circles. ROOMER. Not even ERS, just ROO, like room raider or a roomie, or he has the best words. They just have nothing to do with what he's talking about. Rumor are strong in political circles. That Ron DeSanctimonious, I realize you're doing the voice, whose presidential run is a shambles and whose poll numbers have absolutely crashed, putting him third and fourth in some states, will be dropping out of the presidential race in order to run in Florida against Rick Scott for Senate. Now, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Is Ron DeSanctimonious going to fail? Is he going to give up his presidential ambitions here? Because he's a terrible candidate. Terrible. And it's interesting. He took that down. Interesting. Earthy says, oh my God, stop it. Yes, Lucky Go, rumor, like Roomba. What a maroon. What an ultra maroon. Yes, I agree. The link came up for you? Oh, Karen B, that's good. I got a not here, so I'm glad. The original Truth Social, did you get the Raw Story link? Did you get the Raw Story article, or are you talking about the original link on Truth Social? Just had it. Anyway, the Tower. They're both awful people, but yes, to Satan is a terrible person and a terrible candidate. And it will be a joy. It has been, and it will continue to be a joy to watch his selfish, cruel ambitions tank. 3 of Wands. Oh, waiting for his ship to come in. It's still waiting. Chariot. He's really got his name up and out there. 8 of Cups. Hermit. Page of Pentacles. Can you say abandoned by the donors? You couldn't win a general election if you were the only person running. Fact. Hashtag fact. He was using this that he would make it big. He'd be the president. He would, trust me, his hubris knows no bounds. But if you, I don't often do personal readings, but if you came to me and said, okay, I'm running for office, how's it going to go? And I got the Hermit, which is someone who's completely isolated up a mountain. And then the Page of Pentacles, which is really weak fundraising. I would say, were there any other kind of jobs you've been looking at? I would try to spin it so hard to try to find something positive and help them to if you want this, it will be quite a struggle. Yeah. But with DeSantis, cruel, vicious, selfish, wooden, blankety blank who eats pudding with his fingers. Yeah. Bye. Isolation. He's done. But I don't think it's going to sink in until he's actually starts losing primary votes. But yeah, bye. Oh, Polly Wanda says, I often wonder where Stone put his Trump tattoo. Did he get a Trump tattoo? Oh, ew. Ew. Man, thank you, lucky girl. Yes, I've got the raw story thing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Cherry Bomb says, Ron has a face for radio and a voice for print. And the morals of a spider. Not really somebody you want in charge. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'll carry the other two questions over to tomorrow. And that was it. I forget. I write down that was at 1:03. It is 1:27 p.m. here in Chicago at 3 o'clock. So in an hour and a half, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel doing focusing on creative work. You're always welcome to join. We just want to encourage you. It can be absolutely anything. You can work on anything you want. They're quiet sprints, but we want to encourage you. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. I'm here every single day of the year, every one, no exceptions. And I have been here for years, every single day, no exceptions. So, and then once the trial starts, especially in Georgia where we can watch it, oh, it's going to be glorious. And we can watch it together. All right. So hang in there. You are not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. Oh, yes, there are. All right. So hang in there and I'll see you later, or I will see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you.